Hi, I'm Vernon Gibbs, founder of MakeYourMoveTV. To put it simply, our future is in danger. Millions of students, many of them the potential scientists, teachers, and leaders of tomorrow, are being failed today by our public school system. Because of overcrowding, in some schools, there's only one guidance counselor for 800 school seniors. According to a front-page story in the New York Times, students are insufficiently counseled and stumble into making poor decisions. They undermatch by applying just to nearby schools rather than to the best institutions they're qualified to attend. And they might not fully understand the financial aid process, so they skip over schools with high ticket prices, even if they're eligible for a free ride. And plenty of students who are perfectly qualified to go to college might not apply at all. This is a serious problem, folks, because the jobs of the next 50 years represent some of the most mind-blowing technology in modern history and are going to require a highly educated workforce. And that's where Make Your Move TV comes in. We're an online TV channel to help kids discover the world of career opportunities that's out there. For example, cosmetic bioprinter, human DNA programmer, transhuman surgeon, nanobots immune system augmenter. Go to our channel if you want to see what these jobs are. What's vital to point out is that these are not careers a student can decide on at the last minute with one overworked counselor. That's why after more than 20 years working with schools, I created Make Your Move TV. It's a place where teens can learn about the great jobs of the future, and they can find out how to get the college education they'll need. Key to this is the app we're creating. It lays out a college game plan, a complete series of steps customized for each user. We also need original programming. So I'm happy to announce that Emmy Award-winning producer Alan Weiss has agreed to create a unique and engaging talk show for our channel. You can see Alan and his team's work every week on TV in your community. They produce the award-winning series Teen Kids News, now in its 12th year on the air. Thanks for watching.
And from the looks of the next video, it won't be long before we are perhaps all replaced by robots. This is the newest version of Honda's Asimo humanoid robot.
A new report in the New York Times says so-called boomerang kids aren't just a temporary phenomenon, but part of a new and permanent life stage. You've heard about them, young adults with college degrees who move back into their parents' homes because of crushing student loan debt and frustration over not being able to land a good-paying job.
Here's something that may shock you. Within the next 20 years, experts are predicting up to 45% of U.S. jobs are at risk of automation. In other words, people maybe like you who have worked hard their whole life, who have played by the rules, who have diligently put in the hours and showed up to work every day on time, are about to have their livelihood stolen from under their noses by a bunch of microchips. Doesn't seem fair, does it? And it's not just the older generation who are at risk either. If you've just left school, the future looks pretty bleak, doesn't it? And I'm not just talking about struggling to get a job. The costs of going to college are skyrocketing year on year. Did you know the cost of higher education has grown 1,120% since 1978? And if you do make it through college, many leave drowning in debt and competing with hundreds of other similar graduates for the same minimum wage job. And not being able to afford rent or even a decent meal forces you to shack up with mom and dad until you save up enough money to go at it alone. Is it any wonder so many graduates live in their parents' basement until their early 30s these days?
Now that may sound pretty depressing unless you realize that with big change comes massive opportunity. The world is changing right before your eyes.